From a young age, we are taught to be rational. Don't act on impulse. Don't speak with too much emotion. Make decisions with a clear head. As we grow up, this education becomes more sophisticated, more professional. We're told to rely on data, follow logic, stick to procedures, and align with established rules. Slowly, we come to accept that rationality is a form of civility, and emotion a sign of immaturity. But what truly deserves our attention is not the excess of emotion, but the quiet domestication of rationality itself. Rationality is no longer a tool for thinking, but a behavioral script we are trained to perform. It is no longer a product of deep individual reflection, but a reflex that anticipates what others want to hear. And the more we practice it, the more we start believing it ourselves. This kind of rationality is less about insight and more about collective illusion. Take a common scenario in corporate life. A manager announces a new target. You can already sense it's unrealistic. The team feels it too, but no one speaks up. Because the one who challenges it might be seen as immature, unprofessional, or emotional. The rational ones know how to stay quiet, how to repackage absurdity into actionable plans, how to preserve the illusion of alignment. What we call rationality here is not thoughtfulness. It is a systematized reluctance to ask difficult questions. Psychology has a term for this. In Daniel Kahneman's theory of dual process thinking, System 1 governs fast, intuitive reactions, while System 2 handles slow analytical thought. But in the real world, especially in the workplace, public debate, or even family interactions, we rarely have the time or energy to engage System 2. We rely on mental shortcuts, and more often, social templates that tell us how to behave. The result is that we think we're reasoning, but we're really just retrieving pre-approved answers. Picture this. A young employee proposes a bold new idea. He doesn't have the full ROI calculation yet, but his gut tells him it's right. A senior colleague calmly responds, "It's interesting, but we need to approach this rationally in terms of resource allocation." On the surface, this is maturity, experience, logic. In reality, it is often just a more polished way of saying no, using the language of reason to maintain the structure. This phenomenon is mirrored in philosophy. Classical rationalism viewed reason as humanity's highest faculty, the path to truth. But thinkers like Michel Foucault later challenged this, arguing that reason itself is a product of power structures. Once society defines what counts as rational, those who fall outside the frame are quickly labeled irrational, even dangerous. In this way, rationality becomes a mechanism of exclusion and normalization. So the real issue is this. We think we are pursuing rationality, but in many cases we're simply chasing a socially validated form of acceptability. We hold back from expressing raw instincts. We hesitate to voice unpolished ideas. We avoid questioning authority too directly, because doing so might make us seem unreasonable. But is this what rationality was meant to be? In its truest form, rationality is not about politeness or efficiency. It is a deep clarity of perception, an honest reckoning between our internal convictions and external conditions. It is not gentle, but it is not aggressive either. It is the courage to ask uncomfortable questions, even at the cost of being misunderstood. It shows you that what most people call rational is often just their way of avoiding movement. This phenomenon is especially common in business. A founder knows an emerging trend is overhyped but invests anyway because the market demands it. An investor senses a bubble but still buys in, afraid of missing out. A middle manager sees structural dysfunction but remains silent for fear of derailing their own promotion. Everyone is thinking rationally, and yet together they produce an irrational outcome. It's like watching a troupe of well-rehearsed actors, each playing their part in a performance called rational behavior. Anyone who deviates from the script is seen as breaking character. But the world outside the theater is where real life actually happens. So next time you tell yourself to be rational, pause for a moment. Ask yourself honestly, Is this thought really your own? Or were you simply trained to think it,